Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and exciting updates from the football world. Today, I am going to be reviewing the Portuguese national team ahead of the FIFA World Cup, and anyone who believes that Portugal are going to win the World Cup is completely out of his mind. The reason why I say this is because this team is being led by a captain who has just come on the back of one of the most popular interviews for the wrong reasons. Yes, my friends, Cristiano Ronaldo is the talk of the entire football world, and his interview with Piers Morgan just on the eve of the World Cup, 1 week before the World Cup starts, has hit the headlines. And everyone has been talking about how his toxic presence has created a really negative vibe around Manchester United, and that will certainly have a role to play in Portuguese national team's performance in the World Cup. And I'm sure that Fernando Santos will leave no stone unturned. He will do whatever it possibly can to get the best out of Cristiano Ronaldo, because he believes that CR7 is the talisman. He is the player who can lead the Portuguese national team from the front. And if you talk about the striking options which Portugal have for this World Cup, let's remember that they have a young player called Joao Felix, and they are quite impactful whenever they play Bernardo Silva in the right wing. We have seen time and time again that this Portuguese team is having a lot of youngsters with Renato Sanchez, with the likes of William, and it will be interesting to see how Fernando Santos sets up his team, because if Cristiano Ronaldo once again grabs the headlines with his performance, I believe that still Portugal cannot make it at least to the semi-finals. You have to be optimistic if you are a Portuguese fan. However, with the kind of environment where the national team will be having Ronaldo, I feel that this World Cup will be a disaster. Yes, they were lucky a couple of times in the past, even when they won the European Championship against France in France. People were telling that Cristiano Ronaldo's injury was actually the turning point of the match, and still, when he came off the pitch, he was influential in inspiring the team to perform well and ultimately grab the winner. However, this time around the scenario is completely different. Going into the World Cup, I feel that Portugal are not completely prepared. Yes, they had a very good run in the UEFA Nations League, and people might say that they have a very strong back line with the likes of Ruben Diaz, with the likes of Joao Cancelo, and whenever you talk about a goalkeeper who can command his box, you know that Rui Patricio is the man for the big occasion. And coming up against the likes of Uruguay, Ghana, and South Korea, it will not be easy, because we have seen in the past that Portugal has always faced tough fixtures in the group stage of the FIFA World Cup. And this time around as well, I feel that Fernando Santos has a huge decision to make, whether if Portugal win the first match of the group stage and draw the second, will he risk starting Ronaldo? That is going to be the big question. Yes, Ronaldo has proved time and time again that whenever the big occasion comes, he is the right man. Comment the hour, comment the man. And still, people are telling that Cristiano Ronaldo has lost his speed. Yes, that is true. He is not the old Ronaldo which we saw with a lot of trickery, with a lot of dribbling ability and goal scoring ability. This is the Cristiano Ronaldo who is completely past his prime. His first touch is not up to the mark. His movement off the ball is not what we were used to seeing, the prime Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid. This is all about the Portuguese national team. And let's get things into perspective. If Fernando Santos has to get the best out of this team, he has to ensure that he plays a consistent starting 11 without too many rotations. And that is one of the hallmarks of a successful team. The core of the team is very, very strong, and around the core, you build the other players. And that is exactly the strategy which Fernando Santos has to adopt. I feel that Ruben Neves will start in midfield because he gives you that calming influence. And if you talk about the wingers, I feel that Bernardo Silva on the right and Joao Felix on the left will be a very, very lethal combination. Talking about the creativity in the midfield, you have a player like Bruno Fernandes who on his day can deliver 100% performance. However, he has not been too consistent for Manchester United, and you still have creative options. You have a player like Pedro Neto, you have a player like Diogo Jota who can do wonders for this team. However, if you talk about my personal predictions, I feel that their match against Uruguay is going to decide whether Portugal will qualify from the group or not. And let's say that they, succumb to the likes of Ghana or South Korea, that is going to be curtains for this Portuguese team. And once again, the headlines will not be about how Portugal failed to qualify. The headlines will be more about how Cristiano Ronaldo's presence was, influencing the team's bad performance. Because even if you look at his stats for Manchester United in 16 appearances, he has 3 goals and 2 assists. That is not the stat which any CR7 fan would be hoping for. However, this is a time for redemption. Whenever he plays for the Portuguese national team, he always delivers his 200%. That is the kind of, affection that he has for his nation, and I'm sure that if you are a CR7 fan, you would be expecting the same. And if Portugal play with a very high intensity, if they're able to press higher up the pitch with the right kind of movement between players, I feel that they can take down any opposition. And Portugal is one such team which can never be discounted. You have to take them seriously because on their day you can expect Cristiano Ronaldo to fire, and they can fire from all cylinders because they have the top class players who can perform on the big stage, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make it at least till the quarterfinals. And that is what I would realistically predict because Portugal is a really unpredictable team. And if you talk about all the qualities which this team has, yes, they can build up from the back, they can play through the wings, they can play through the middle, and they can play the aerial game as well. And if you have a team which is playing different combinations, different formations, and a different playing style each and every match, you can definitely say that on their day they can do wonders or they can be a complete disaster. It ultimately boils down to the team selection, and I feel that that will be crucial for Fernando Santos going into this World Cup in the group stage. So guys, I would love to know what are your thoughts about the Portuguese national team. Do you feel that the presence of Cristiano Ronaldo will suddenly have a negative vibe on their performance, or do you think that they will sail through the group stage, they would be convincing enough and they can reach at least till the quarterfinals? I would love to know your thoughts, especially about CR7's impact for this Portuguese national team. And if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button, share it amongst your friends and network. And if you have not yet subscribed to the Football Mania, it is very simple. Please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, stay safe and take care.